Good afternoon, Facebook, social media, Instagram, YouTube. My name is Crystal with Restoring Lives here in Ardmore, Oklahoma. I am the Family Support Coordinator. Today, I am working from home, so I'm going to apologize in advance if you hear my kids talking or the tablets or the dog barking. But today, we'll be talking about weather and the importance of having emergency kits and what we need to have in our emergency kits. Um, so I would like, first, I just want to thank everybody for taking the time out to even watch our videos. Please watch and share and support us in any way that you possibly can. Like I said, we'll be talking about the weather. As many of you know, many states are going through a snowstorm. I've never seen it in all my years, 39 years to be exact, of going through a pandemic and a snowstorm where it's like a negative 1 degrees outside. But to God be the glory. We're here, we're living, we have food, we have water and electricity for now. As some of you know, we are supposed to have a blackout this week off and on for an hour or two just to kind of conserve our energy and lights and stuff. So I'm trying to use natural light in my house, but my house is dark, so I had to turn on some light. But uh, we're going to be talking about, like I said, what we need to have an emergency kit. And I know me being raised by my grandparents, we always had a backup plan. We always had a generator and stuff like that. But I know the younger generation, they don't quite know. Uh, um, so I would say to have flashlights, um, have two flashlights for each room, have candles, make sure you have the appropriate batteries, make sure the batteries are working. Um, and you need to have all this in advance. And I know, the weatherman said a week ago that we was going to get bad weather, but we as Oklahomans was like, oh no, it's not going to be that bad. But I always just say, stay prepared so you don't have to get prepared. Be ready so you don't have to get ready. Um, like I said, make sure you have your batteries, your flashlights, have candles, have food. And I know we sometimes get in a hurry and like to eat out and don't really buy food, some of us. But I always say, if you can stock up a little bit in advance. Have appropriate food for your children according to the age levels. If you have little babies, make sure you have baby food, formula. Get bottles of water even if you don't buy them normally. Um, Make sure that you have snacks for the kids, books, coloring books, pencils, paper, just to kind of keep them entertained because, as you know, schools are out or either going virtual, or if you have younger children, they're not in school, they're not in daycare. So you kind of want to keep them entertained as well. Um, have a portable generator. Make sure your smoke detectors are working. Have carbon monoxide detectors because you know that you can't smell carbon monoxide or see it. So it's always important to have those detectors. Um, Make sure you have canned food, non perishable food in the cabinets. Um, Make sure your cell phone is fully charged. Make sure you have backup cell phone chargers. Um, Make sure you have de-icer in your car. Uh, Extra blankets, hats, gloves. Even keep some perishable food in there because you never know, what may happen or just in case you're out and get stuck. But if you don't have to get out in this weather, please don't. Make sure you have jumper cables um, and emergency contact. Make sure you have an emergency contact card on your refrigerator in your home with all the emergency contacts. Um, and even have one in your car with all the emergency contacts. Make sure you have enough medication for your children if they're on medication or yourself. Um, Make sure you have enough diapers and milk, um, board games. Um, and I know that going through this time is like a little stressful because not only are we in a pandemic, but we're going through a snowstorm. And I know it gets depressing and gets, sorry in advance, kid just come running through. Um, and I know it gets depressing and gets stressful about not being able to do our normal routine. But I personally believe that this is a time for us to be still, calm down, um, get refocused on what our purpose is and what God wants us to do. And I know that, things are a little hard for everyone. So, God said, well, y'all won't sit down during the pandemic. Let me bring on the snowstorm. Um, and I also wanted to focus on the elderly for a second. They don't get out. They don't get to, you know, um, mostly go shopping. So I would beg for you guys to just check on your elderly neighbors, your family members. Try to get them, make sure they have heat. If they don't have heat, see if they will come and stay with you for a couple of hours, even days. Just try to take care of your neighbors, and that's what we're ultimately here for, is to take care of each other. So, share your food. Maybe they don't have enough food or whatever the case may be. Share. Also, the homeless. Um, Direct them into where shelters are if you see someone homeless or whatever. But just keep everyone in your prayers during this time. And, like I said, we're not really used to everything, used to the things that are going on. And I know this is kind of my post is kind of all over the place, but I had something different. But I just kind of thought about this because I was like, well, a lot of younger generation don't really know what to do in these kind of things. Um, like I said, all this is going on in the world can be hard on us, not only mentally, but physically as well, emotionally. So I would ask, that um, we talk to each other during this time. Just check on our friends, check on our families. Um, Stay active. And just because the weather is bad doesn't mean that you can't exercise at home. Do stretches, walk around, ride stationary bikes, get on the treadmill. See my kid in the video here. Um, and I know that, if you stay, don't do that. Stay active because it'll help you mentally. It'll help you emotionally. And like Trouble don't last always. So let's just do the best we can with what we got. Uh, Lastly, I would like to just say, if you don't need to drive in this mess, do not do it. Um, you may drive careful, but others may not. So we have to drive for each other. And just keep the whole state of Oklahoma, Texas, um, matter of fact, all 50 states in our prayers. So, everyone, have a good day, have a good week, and just remember that God will get us through this. God will get us through this pandemic, the snowstorm, whatever life may brings us. Just remember that our God is bigger, and through it all, maybe He's trying to teach us a lesson. So grab a hold of that lesson and and just do better. We all need to do better. I need to do better. Um, just do better. But everyone, just have a good day and stay warm and keep going. Have a great one.